Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening depending on where you are in this amazing world. My name is Donovan Jolly and welcome everybody once again for another amazing video of DIY investing. As I was going through the charts today and analyzing what were the best looking markets, most of the markets are down and they look really bad. There's only one main crypto that I foresee inside of the top 10 that seems to be holding support and is breaking out as the whole rest of the market seems to be going lower. Today we're going to be diving into the price chart of XRP after it's broken out of its over year-long downtrend, completing the end of its bear market. Now that we're starting to see the market really taking off and leading the rest of the markets out there, I think now is the time more than ever to be paying attention because a big move is about to happen very soon. If you're new and just find this channel, always remember to do me a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of these amazing videos like the one provided for you here. And make sure if you're a new guy, go ahead and download my free ebook and Beginner's Guide to Crypto. This is going to teach you guys a lot of the basics for being more profitable inside of the markets. It's free to download. Links are in the description. And with that being said, let's jump right into this amazing video today. Alrighty guys, so in one of my last videos we talked a little bit about XRP and we talked about what it was doing based off of our long-term trend. We've been in a downtrend since pretty much April of 2021 and we can see that across the board throughout our entire year and a half consolidation basically, we just made lower lows and lower highs. We consolidated. Any attempt at a breakout outside of this trend line was stuffed, and we could see that our entirety of our bear trend was pretty much encompassed by this downtrend, right? And so what we noticed was after we came back down and retested, in my opinion, the most important level on the XRP chart, which is pretty much this 30-cent region. This is a region that has acted as both resistance a number of times, it's acted as support a number of times, and vice versa. This is pretty much our line in the sand when it comes to analyzing the XRP price chart. Now, inside of our entire bear market, we were down inside of this downtrend going lower, lower lows, lower highs, all the way down to this 30-cent region. Once we bounced off of this region, it's not coincidence to me that that's when we're seeing this breakout. This is a huge move, and really inside of our entire bear market, this was our most important level. It was acting as both support and resistance. And if you guys remember here, after the SEC lawsuit, when we flipped this as support, everybody was really bullish and confident that XRP was finally going to be leaving this 30-cent region. Obviously, our impulse, once the bull run really started for XRP, wasn't very long-lived. And then we started selling off all the way back down. And so when we're coming all the way back down to retest this, pretty much since about May of 2022, this was our first retest of this level since the SEC lawsuit. And before that, this was pretty much our most important level on the whole chart. So with us coming all the way back down and then hitting this, this is a support and resistance flip. Even though it's kind of confusing for most people to see that considering we've been at this level for so long, this entire move is still just a support and resistance flip. Because technically we were below all the way throughout these periods, right? With this move flipping it, and now that we're actually doing this with us breaking outside of our descending resistance, in my opinion, that was our signal that we're not going to be breaking lower than this 30-cent mark. And with XRP, considering we never went into new all-time highs, it's really important that we don't break below this 30-cent region, because if XRP started to make resistance below this, in my opinion, it would show that XRP is probably just going to die. I mean, there really isn't anywhere for XRP to go if we can't at least hold above our 30-cent region. And so a lot of this has to do with the lawsuit. I ultimately believe that once this lawsuit finalizes, it's really going to give a lot more confidence back into XRP. And XRP is most likely not going to do a whole lot until we get finalization with that. Now, what I find is interesting is we're looking at the rest of the markets, like the altcoin total market cap, and it's still down. The altcoins still haven't really moved. In fact, we're still pretty much sitting at our base support that we made here in our summer of 2022. If we're looking at XRP, as the whole rest of the markets are kind of down in this region, it's broken out. And it's broken out of its downtrend. And so what that is telling me is that there's getting to be confidence inside of XRP a little bit earlier than some of the other ones. Now, is this a sign that the market's going to sell off and XRP is just kind of doing a little bit of an opposite counter trend? Well, it's hard to say because as a rule of thumb, one thing that we've always seen XRP kind of do is counter trend many of the other markets. If Bitcoin does good, generally XRP will kind of pull back. If XRP is doing good, generally the rest of the markets will be pulling back. And so we've seen XRP follow this trend, which is why I find it interesting and why I want to talk about it today. Because we've broken out of our descending resistance, this one's actually leading the market. It's leading and breaking out quicker than some of the other ones. So either XRP is leading the charge and it's kind of going to signal maybe the potential of a little breakout in here for the total market cap. I'm not 100% sure by any means, but what we do know is that there is strength inside of XRP. It's hard to say what's going to happen, when the true deadline of the lawsuit is going to be. I've heard November, I've heard even pushed into 2023. So as far as now goes, there's not a confirmed date by any means. But with us seeing a breakout of XRP, potentially that could signal that maybe some buyers are stepping in because they have a feeling that this market is going to flip bullish with the lawsuit actually falling through. On the shorter time frames, XRP looks phenomenal. In my opinion, what we saw with XRP, the whole market kind of pulled back at this point, and XRP also pulled back, but it literally was just kind of flipping some of our prior levels here. This looks like a support and resistance flip. We retested the range highs. We sold back down to retest the midpoint of the range support. Now that we're starting to see buyers stepping in here, in my opinion, this is probably going to end up going for another high. And then that high is most likely going to go to, I would say, let's get to a little bigger time frame here. I would say it's going to run up to retest over in this range. About 65 cents. That's where I would be expecting somewhat of a short-term top for XRP. And then we're just going to have to go through some further consolidation. But nonetheless, guys, this is looking really good for XRP. And not just XRP, but if this is signaling what the rest of the markets can be doing, then we would expect that the rest of the markets are going to see somewhat of a breakout. It's not always going to be a given. There has been other cryptos like Quant that has performed really well in the wake of XRP performing well. And so we're ultimately just going to have to watch and see. But it is a bullish sign. If the rest of the markets are kind of trending down and XRP is breaking out, we maybe could be seeing kind of a outperformance of XRP showing what the direction the rest of the market's going to take. Regardless, I think it's really important looking at the long-term perspective of XRP. The fact that we did do all of this and we're breaking out of a descending resistance, that tells me that the bear market low is most likely going to be in. And, you know, if it is possible that we do get one more sell-off, let's say that the market maybe bounces, but then we kind of make one more final capitulation before our bear cycle's over. If that happens and we see XRP kind of run up like this, XRP would probably capitulate in the same degree, but it probably would just come back down to retest our 30-cent region and maybe temporarily go slightly below it, just sweep the range lows. But I wouldn't expect that we're going to be breaking below. When it comes to XRP, the difference between this chart and maybe one of the total market cap is when we're looking at the total market cap, this one had a cycle. This one went into new all-time highs, right? So if this one capitulates and we make another attempt at a low, XRP could be doing this after we just broke out of our downtrend, and it might end up coming all the way back down to retesting our support. So we could see something of a difference in there, or, you know, maybe XRP is pointing the direction that we're just going to start breaking up. It doesn't really matter that much. What is important to understand is the downtrend is over, it's broken. Ultimately, I do think that we'll get one more attempt at a higher high before we'll start somewhat of a correction. But the big thing to understand here is I'm not expecting a whole lot from this move. The big thing to realize is the reversal has happened. If we wanted to see a trend reversal for XRP's bear market, what we needed to see happen was us to flip this descending resistance, and that's exactly what we've had happen. So whether we come back and retest the range lows on support, or whether we kind of find support somewhere in a lower point in here, I don't really know, but it's not necessarily important. We know that we're not going to end up having a true cycle low until Bitcoin bottoms, and so we're going to watch and see what happens with the total market cap. Overall, it looks a little weak on the short time frames. Wouldn't be surprised to see it go either way, whether we get a range low, or I should say a capitulation in November to complete the 4-year cycle low, or whether we've kind of already completed that to some extent. Generally, the bottom of the cycle is going to take place during the initial capitulation, and our initial capitulation took place in June of 2022. So generally, the second bottom that we're seeing here isn't generally going to be where we see the 4-year cycle low stack up. And so that's what gives me confidence that we could see one more capitulation that takes place before this is over by any means. But really, I'm prepared for either or. If we do get one more low, I'm going to be buying that dip. I don't think that the smart thing to be doing is buying XRP right now, as we've already started breaking out. Wait for confirmation, because if we do get a spill from the total market cap in Bitcoin, we're going to see this. We're going to see the same thing play out in XRP. And if that happens and the whole market goes for a lower low, XRP is going to erase this entire rally, and we could even sweep the range lows down here. I wouldn't even be surprised to see something like that before kind of popping back up. But I wanted to give you guys this update because on the big picture, if we're zooming out of all of this, let's remove our drawing tools and let's look at this on a monthly time scale. If we're looking at this on a big picture, this, in my opinion, doesn't look like a market cycle that's done. This looks like the disbelief phase of a market cycle. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, we'll come over here and we'll pull up the Wall Street cheat sheet and we'll drop it into the price of XRP. Because in my opinion, what XRP is doing is creating a big expansive pattern of your typical market cycle, right? You have the rally up, you have the crash, right? Anger, capitulation, depression, whatever. You go through these steps. And then the first higher high into our next trend, where we really flip all of these as support, that's our disbelief phase, right? This is a sucker's rally. Nobody thinks it's going to take off, and it's also the very beginning before the new bull trend at the same time. So we see the disbelief phase repeated here and here. And it happens at the very beginning of a new bull trend. And so if we're looking at this based off of a market cycle, XRP just looks like your typical example of one. We went through the bear market, we went through our first higher high, we corrected all the way back down. This would be considered disbelief. And if I had to gauge the sentiment of XRP, I would say that there's no other way of gauging the sentiment of XRP than just calling it disbelief. Nobody thinks that XRP is going to have another cycle. They think that with the lawsuit and all of this stuff that it's dead, it's gone, it's a dinosaur coin. XRP, out of all of the high cap cryptos, in my opinion, it's going to be one that holds support and does well, even though it never made a new all-time high above the 2017 cycle. If there's going to be old altcoins from 2017 that I think, even though they didn't have a big 2021 cycle, that could potentially still do good in the future, XRP is that one on that list for me. I don't think anything changed for XRP aside from the lawsuit and aside from all of the American retail investors unable to actually accumulate it because of the lawsuit. When all of that lawsuit is gone, when we have resolution with that, in my opinion, XRP will follow and it will do kind of what Ethereum did. We'll have, a big cycle into new all-time highs, and it will follow a little bit closer to what Ethereum did in our last cycle. I believe that it's not done. This is still a bullish chart. We're going to watch and see for confirmation. Overall, we don't know until we get it. But the price chart itself just looks like a typical market cycle. I'm not going to write off XRP because nothing really has changed with XRP besides a lawsuit. When that lawsuit's gone, all of those bullish factors that were driving the price of XRP before are still going to be driving the price of XRP today. So that's what I think that we should focus on, big picture. Overall, everything looks bullish. Nothing has really changed. XRP is breaking out earlier than many of their other cryptos, which is an early sign that I think we should all pay attention for. If you guys found value in this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of these amazing updates. If you guys want to join the Discord server, download my free ebook. Links are in the description for that. For the people who like to sign up for my Discord, my VIP course, my signals, follow all the trades that I take over this next cycle. Links are in the description to go ahead and sign up. Thank you guys so much for the support of this channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. And with that being said, I will catch you in the next one. As always, peace out.